You hear that? Oh my God. Welcome to the Chop Shop. I am Eddie James, sitting here with the homie, my brother from another, DJ React.
Yo. What's up,
React,
pal?
how you doing, man? Back from vacation?
Yeah. That's right.
You went to Mexico, and I took some time off.
Took some time off, with the wifey.
Absolutely, man.
It was nice.
You sent me mad pictures.
Survived on tequila. What'd you say?
You FaceTime me 1,000 times. Just stunting.
Wasted by the pool. Yes, that is correct.
Right. Yeah.
Drinking lots of Casamigos.
Yeah.
And
Listen,
mezcal.
You look like you had a great time. I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Tan.
I know, right?
Nice and olive brown.
You're looking real Italian.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Very Sicilian.
So React, we have when I say it, don't put it lightly. This guy is a legend, I believe. He shakes his head no. That's okay. He is the machine whisperer. He has a flock of followers in an army of 404 soldiers who will beat you down if you say anything about him, man. I mean, he is by the way, his beats are crazy. Hailing from Watts, California. I can't say enough about his influence, man. But we about to get into it, man. Ladies and gentlemen at the Chop Shop, welcome Dibia.
What's up, man? What's up? That's a crazy intro, man.
AKA, I said it before we got on the show, but AKA, if I refer to you as Mr. Pots and Pans, it's because you could make a beat literally out of a fucking a pot, a gallon of water, and a vape. You do some crazy shit, man. And then sample it with the PSP. And, I don't know, do what you do,
man. Nah.
Hey, I meant what I said too about ladies and gentlemen, an army.
Nah, man.
Of people who are soldiers, and they follow you, man, and they don't play either. You know what I'm saying? I got it firsthand. Like, you can't say nothing slick, or they coming after you, bro, in the DMs.
Oh, man,
and then Twitter. Nah, but it's a good thing, man. We've heard nothing but great things from the producers that have come on our show. Particular tall black guy who has mentioned you, helping him out, and 14KT.
Oh, man.
Do some things, man.
Majority of the people that we've had on the show have said, man, you got to get fucking DiBiase on the show.
Yeah.
He tried for a while.
So it was a long time coming.
Just the videos, man, with different machines and shit that I've never seen before, and just doing beats with that, man. Let's go back, man, in time. Like, you celebrated. We're gonna talk about that too, because we're gonna celebrate your accomplishments, man, and your inspiration. But in particular, I'm curious to know about your begins in Watts. You're on the West Coast, and your style of music is hip hop. It's hip hop, is boom bap, is experimental. Where you're from is gangster rap. What got you into doing your style of music, and did you get any pushback for it early on?
Oh, man, they used to call me mad scientist at the basketball courts, because I used to have the. It's funny, but Cam and all of them used to hoop up there. Cam, that was part of the lynch mob, and Solo, he's Franklin on GTA. So they all used to be up there at to school, I would hoop at all the time. But I would have like some of my first beats on the tape recorder and just bumping that. And I bumped a lot of underground hip hop and a lot of East Coast stuff and just a little bit of everything. Like I like Ice Cube, all of that. But I think my music influence started from my pops having a restaurant. He used to have a jukebox at this restaurant, which was across the street from Fremont High School, and Ice Cube, Eazy-E, all of them would eat there, and they would give them 45s and autograph them in Above the Law. So I would like listen to a lot of that stuff early, and then so that was like some of my first influences early, and then like the NWAs and all that, and then Tribe Called Quest eventually.
You went from one end, like Above the Law, NWA, heavy influence, everywhere in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Where in the hell did you witness a Tribe Called Quest? Like, you know.
Oh, like, so just like one of my homies that I believe I was in 7th grade, I believe. I was going to Bret Hart. No, that was 8th grade. I was going to Bret Hart. That's off of Hoover. But one of the homies used to work at the warehouse, or his sister worked at warehouse. And she would get tapes all the time, and his older sister, and she would dub him stuff, and he would, you know, shoot me stuff, and then he would shoot me like a lot of underground mixtapes as well too. And so that's how I got hip to that, and you know, just watching music videos, different stuff like that. And then say around 92, 93, that's when I found out about Good Life, and which is Project Blowed, eventually Project Blowed. So that's where the experimental side started coming around. And I would go to Good Life every Thursday and buying instrumental beat tapes up there and just spectating, man.
That's dope. That's dope. You bring up Project Blowed. Also, on the beat scene early on, there was LA's Low End Theory. To speak about that, and you know, did you have to earn your stripes through that scene?
Oh yeah. So before it was like Low End Theory, it was Sketchbook, which was it's like maybe like 15 of us at the spot. It was it was the what's the name of that spot? They changed the name a few times, but they used to the Virgil. It's called the Virgil now. But like Fly Low, all of them used to be up there. Rosh G. I used to bring my boombox up there. This is like 2004, 2005, and I bring the boombox, and whatever everybody made that week, I would pass the boombox around, and they play whatever they made that week. And then Raj G, he only had cassettes. He wasn't burning the CD yet. So him and the homie Stan, they both had they beats on cassette. So they play whatever they made. And then Georgia Ann Mujo, she would bump shit.
Oh yeah, that's
to rock.
I was just gonna mention like who you're naming them off, man. I'm glad you did, man. That's like the people that you named already. It's like heavy for real. Fly Low,
yeah, man.
You know, Rosh G, man.
So I was getting all them beat tapes too. So it'd be like random beat tapes that just shit hot off the press, and just Kutma would be spinning inside, and then we'd go outside under this billboard, and it was like hella dirt, and they just be passing blunts around, and we bumping beats, and that'd be the night. Like it was like on a Tuesday night.
Sounds like a good Tuesday to me.
So we did that for like 2-3 years, but it only be 15 people, hella low key. And then they stopped doing it. Then we started going to Low End Theory on Wednesdays, and then I was just going there regularly. And then since Koopma was spinning that Sketchbook, I already knew Koopma. He was a resident DJ at Low End Theory. Yeah, him and Elvin DJ Nobody. So but they also worked at a Poobah Records with Raj G as well in Pasadena. So that's where I would get my records at. So I'd be digging up there, and I'd just be giving Kutma random beat tapes and stuff like that. And I'll go to low end during the week, and then I'm like just arriving. I hear some beats like bumping on the loudspeaker, and it's like some of the beats I gave to Kutma, he's bumping them in the club. I'm like, oh shit, shit sound crazy on this system. And then little after that, it was like they hit me up to do a low end theory, like a beat invitational at first, and then I did the beat invitational, and then I did a set.
So it's safe to say you started making music late 90s, early 2000s?
I started in 94.
94?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great year.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
Class of 94. Well, I was researching in 93 looking for the equipment, but we was always rhyming and shit, but I didn't get the sampler till 94.
What sampler was it?
The Gemini 8-second sampler.
There
And
it is.
then
I was at Team React over there.
yeah, but
Did you
Finally.
you had that, right? Yeah. Did you have that?
I had when I first started making music, I had a Gemini sampler. I forgot what it was, but
Yeah.
it had the start and stop button on it with the little
and I
memory
think I
banks.
forgot how many seconds
Yeah.
it was, but yeah. But that was my first introduction to that shit.
You said 98? Wow.
Me? Yeah. Yeah, 98.
I already had my 3000 by then.
I didn't get the MP till 97
Oh man.
60?
to 2000. But I got a funny story about the 60. One of the homies
Yeah, go ahead.
that lived down the street from me that I went to elementary school. His sister, older sister, she was like in a R&B group. It was like 4 of them. Because I remember they performed at our elementary school in the auditorium one time, but they had like the photos, the profile photos, and they autographed them. But he lived they lived literally across the street from our elementary school. But I remember I would go over there playing with G.I. Joes with them, and I seen like this cash register thing in the garage, and that motherfucker was the MP62, dog. But I did not know about equipment then. So later on, like in the 90s, I was like, dude, that's what that shit was in the homie's garage. So I was asking, yo, you still got that cash register looking thing from back in the day? Oh man, we got rid of that a while ago. I'm like, oh my God. I could have had an MP60 if I would have known.
Man.
It's like a light bulb went off.
Yeah, but I was already knowing about equipment by this time. But even if it didn't work, I was gonna get it off of, man.
That's a great assessment too, man. Like or description, because the 62 definitely looked like
That shit did look like a cash register.
I'm like playing with G.I. Joes on top of that shit, not even knowing. Like, oh, this is a fort.
It looked like a
it's a fortress.
like the top of a washing machine.
Yeah.
They're crashing of it. Meanwhile, man.
Oh my God.
What was that Eddie Murphy skit with the G.I. Joes?
Oh,
yeah.
That was DiBiase in his neighbor's garage. And then a big brown shark came.
I got it. You react.
Oh man, that's a throwback right there.
I fucking love Eddie Murphy, man.
Oh,
Come on,
man.
Yeah, man. Those early on years. So, like your first sampler ever. Like, first of all, let's rewind back. Did you pause tape or do any of that? What made you initially say, I wanna start making beats?
Actually, I did do pause tapes like in 90, 91, 92 with this boombox I had. I kind of broke that shit just. And then, yeah, man.
Right. That's right. It's where you do that shit, right?
And then when you had the 2 boombox, you can record when we freestyle. And then it's like, bruh. And then when I got the Gemini sampler, I was using that with the Sony Walkman, the yellow joints.
Yeah. Oh, that was the expensive one.
Yeah, that was the waterproof
And
one.
then we had like a Radio Shack tape deck, but it was like a single tape deck, but it was the single tape deck will record. So I would just loop up a drum pattern, record that for 2 minutes to that tape deck, and then let that 2-minute drum loop play, and then I'll sample something in the 8-second sampler and let that play on top of the drum loop, and then keep layering shit up. But I can only layer up to like maybe 3 times before the tape hiss would get super crazy. But they love that sound nowadays.
How about that, dude? right? You got
That's
all
right.
kinds of special effects with hiss.
Yeah. The 4/4 cassette sim is like, bruh. Yeah, we were trying to, get it clean as possible at the time. Now it's embraced. But
It's crazy. That's true, man. That's crazy. I never looked at it like that.
and then eventually, but I had like a one of them Dr. Rhythm drum machines, the Boss ones.
yeah.
But
Boss, baby.
I hated the drum sounds on it. You couldn't turn the quantize off, so I used to trigger the sounds live into the 8-second sampler to get the swing on it, and then do the same
that's
thing.
smart.
And then eventually got one of the Melissa's joints, the HR-16,
the HR-16,
the typewriter
Of course.
joint,
That's my shit.
the typewriter.
I had
That's
one of
what,
those.
yeah, that's what EJ had.
Yeah.
Primo used it too. I heard
He sure did.
he was MIDIing it to the 900 or 950
Oh wow.
before
Yeah, like
for the first couple of Gangstar albums. Then he got the MP60.
Man. Yeah, man. So actually, you're talking about the sampler. So when you were doing that, did you have to manually hit the sample on?
Yeah, start and stop to catch the loop. But the cool thing with this hand, sometimes I was sampling from the radio station because I didn't have a turntable at the homie's crib. So I'm sampling from the jazz station, dude. And I'm holding the antenna to get the clear signal and shit with this hand, and I'm...
Isn't it funny, man? We find it funny on this show of people's pain.
Yeah,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But the
some
funny
of the- some
thing
of
is, the OP1, it has a radio on it, so you could sample from the radio on the OP1.
I can't afford an OP1. See that, man? He's bringing up all the expensive gear.
Teenage engineering,
Oh,
man.
man.
You guys gotta.
You got him, man.
There he goes.
Yeah, come on, man.
Flex.
Nah, man.
Hard.
Like, yeah.
I went
gotta
through
just pull out
the
the other-
struggle, man.
Listen. I know you got that little motherfucking teenage engineering tracker somewhere too, because I seen it on Instagram.
This
I know
one?
you're gonna- he's gonna. This guy. No, not that one. That I know. That's the sampler, right?
Oh, the
I'm talking about the
mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm plugged into right now.
That's crazy.
So
Oh,
just
yeah,
going to the
just-
computer and then I just run it.
Oh, you're using it right now to record.
Yeah, it's the interface.
show?
Yeah.
Oh,
So my
look at
headphones
that.
and mic is plugged into this.
We got to call teenage engineer and tell him to cut the check,
Bruh.
right.
or send one of those medieval KOs. One of the
Oh,
two.
with this one?
See, I said he's. Oh, see, he's like,
look at
like
him.
this one.
Oh my god.
This one.
Wait a second. Yeah.
Oh,
Man.
yo, yeah, he got everything.
Bruh.
This
It's
guy.
just... It's like, man, we can go PSPs.
You know, I'll tell you what. That's like one of the things that I like really admire about you as a musician, because you get busy on anything, bro.
Bruh.
Like anything.
But the struggle from the
Go
first
to
setup, man.
DiBiase's Instagram.
The struggle from the
That
first
too.
setup, though,
Of
made
course.
me like appreciate everything, man. I still remember
Yeah.
that struggle, man.
Yeah.
It's like in the hot ass garage, just trying to make that shit work, man.
Kind of like me right now. Actually the studio that I'm in is a studio turned garage / storage room, and it's like 90 degrees in this bitch.
Nah, but that shit look cool though, man. You got the lighting and all
Yeah.
that. My shit was
Yeah, I
looking
got the lighting.
crazy
I got
back
the
in the day.
SpongeBob behind me. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
You did clear it out of there a little bit, pal. Yeah.
What's that?
You did clear it out a little bit there.
Oh, I did. Yeah. It was a mess, but the camera only points one way anyway, so you can't see the other.
Getting it together.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I mean, we're just gonna cut through the shit, because your influence amongst a whole generation of beat makers, myself included. Talk about the Roland 404. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you inspired a whole generation of producers that use this machine, man. And you are the Yoda. It's fair to say,
bruh. That's crazy.
The Yoda of that machine. So how'd you even get into it? I know which one what
well, I
came
know
first?
initially it was probably the 303, right? I guess. I'm assuming it was 303 first.
I had the 303 first, and
who introduced you to that?
Shit. Actually, Flylo.
Word.
There you go.
Yeah. So he had the 303.
He's talking about Flying Lotus, people.
Yeah, man. So
really dope producer.
So we
Alien.
So what made me even get the two? Oh, because it had the wah effect on it. So prior to getting a 303, I used to burn my samples to a CD and run it through the homie CDJ, and the CDJ had like a phaser and wah effect on it. So I would do the effects on it, then sample it into the MPC, and I'm like, man, that's too much to do. So Flylo, I went to his crib and he had a 303, and I saw the wah effect on it, and I was like, damn, this got a wah effect, how it sound? And then he just cooked up something real quick on it with the wah effect. I'm sold. And then I went to Guitar Center right around the corner from Pooh Bah Records, next door, and it was like the last one on display, missing a knob and all that. I was like, just give it to me, man. I don't care.
I'm going to tell you something. You know why it was missing a knob? Because one of the sales associates needed it, and they took it.
Right. Welcome to the GC crew over here. We both worked at Guitar Center one day.
That's crazy.
I had a whole bag of knobs and faders at one point.
And needles, right? React.
The 44.7s did not last.
Oh man, that's funny.
They were gone. Nope, sorry, sir. All sold out.
Oh man.
Don't talk about fader
gate.
We never.
Oh yeah, don't talk about fader caps. It was a wrap. Every single DJ mixer that was on display got robbed immediately.
Oh man,
even the fader caps. Up
faders. Allegedly.
No, we stole.
Allegedly.
They can't come back. Statute of limitations, bro. You can come and get me, man. I was like, what? These are fly. I'm taking these and all the Mogami cables.
Yeah. Dibia. All my XLRs are Mogami.
That's crazy.
Thank you, GC.
But
anyways, I digress. I apologize.
We could just say Sam Ash because they're not in business anymore.
Okay.
They're definitely not gonna come after us.
Yeah, they had a liquidation sale already.
Oh, right,
man.
But talk about it, brother.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. 303.
Yeah. So once he showed me that, I went got the 303, and then we went on a mission looking for the memory cards for that shit, and it was like I was cooking on that for a bit. And then I had the MPC as well, and I remember I was about to buy the XL for my homie because my 2000 was kind of on its last leg at the time. So I took the 2000 XL to Project Blow. I remember Shoes was there, and I did a set, took it back to the car, and motherfucker broke into the Jeep, stole the MP, dog. So all I had was the 303 at the time, and I had other drum. I think I had the SP12, but it made me learn the 303 a lot when the 2000 got stolen. So but the homie ended up giving me an XL again, and then I was good. But eventually I knew it had its limitations. I couldn't really do beat sets with it like I wanted to with the 303 because it only had 15 minutes on it. So I remember somebody wanted to buy some beats from me from San Diego. They came all the way to Watts, and they ended up, listening to some beats and copping some shit. And I remember I had like one of these catalogs, and it had like a 404 in the catalog, and I was researching it that day. And I don't know what the discussion was, but I remember mentioning something about the 404, and dude that was buying the beat, he was, "Oh, I got one of these in my trunk right now, dude." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, like you give me this beat and $50, it's yours."
Oh, man.
I was like, "Word?" I'm like, "Say less." But it didn't have a power adapter or memory card, but but it was.
That would mean you got that shit later on in the day.
So after
Probably.
I got that shit a few days. Went to Guitar Center. It was like $60 for them compact flash cards at the time.
You should have called me. I would have stolen it.
We would have stole it for you.
Power supplies, no problem.
Oh man,
All right, we got you, B.
no, but I got it ASAP. I went to Hollywood, got the power adapter for it, and shit. After that, it changed my trajectory. When I got that 404, man, started doing the beat sets with it. And I remember Raj G was going to London for the first time with the 303.
What's up?
And I let him use my 303 so he can have two of them. And I was telling him, dude, you just need to get the 404. You won't even need two of these joints, man. And when he came back, he ended up getting the 404. Then
He was really dope on that.
Did you go through the whole 404 line, like when they came out, like the four? I know it was. I don't know the order specifically, but I know it was the 404, the 404 SX, and then after the SX, I believe is the one that's current gen now, right?
404.
Oh, no, the A, the 404A. That's right. That was the one you had, right, EJ? You had the A last, right?
Yeah, I had the A. I had the A. I didn't have the SX.
Yeah, the SX. That's right.
But I remember when that came out. But I had the OG for the longest, and then I have a 202, and then
you got a 505. That thing's like a
I didn't get a 505. I had a few homies that I wish I would have got the 555 too, man.
Yeah.
But
I'm telling you right now. I mean, like,
so are you like a Roland? You Roland guy for the most part?
I just used to collect drum machines, like from pawn shops in the 90s. Like before I even got the MPC, like I had like the Casio joint.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The one RZA had on that. You remember when he had the SP12 and then he had that large Casio joint? I think it's the
I remember that. Remember that horrible promo video he made?
That thing was a hunk of,
what was that thing? The beat monster,
beat thing.
Shit like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to get one of those though, man. But they charging too much though, man.
Really?
Yeah, bro. They trying to.
All right. Let's not go for other machines, pal. We're talking about
we're nerding. Yeah, but we're getting nerdy for a second. Hold on, I have another question because I know he's the king of machines. So I'm going to ask him if he is owned one of these machines because I don't know why I always wanted one, but I always wanted a Roland MV8000.
I didn't get that one.
That shit was.
You know which one I'm talking about, right?
With the screen and shit.
With the screen, it looked like a fake MPC.
It had the software, all of that.
Yeah.
Didn't RZA use that at one point too?
Yeah.
He did.
Yep.
He did.
Yeah.
Actually, he's the reason why I wanted to buy it at one point.
Yeah. The software was crazy though. Like I seen this one. I think his name Lee Bannon. I think he was using the software for it. Because the software by itself, I think you can make beats with it.
Yeah. Yo, this fucking BKE beat thing, expressive music. Damn, Reverb got this shit 525.
I would never.
Oh my!
I'm like, I'll
Why
do
is this shit so much money?
150 tops for that shit. You can't even update
What does
it.
this shit do? That
I don't know. Like,
you just want to find
yeah,
out.
I can make it work. I can definitely make it work. I know it could chop and all that stuff. But
damn, this thing
Look
looks
you guys
crazy.
just nerding out right now, just on the machines, man.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Speaking of
it's like GI
making
Joe's
things work,
samplers are like GI Joes to me, man.
That's dope.
Sony, waterproof Sony Walkmans.
Yeah, man.
All that stuff. Speaking of making things work, I know I'm fast forwarding a little bit, but you recently posted something on Instagram that caught my attention, and I know you know what I'm talking about because I mentioned it earlier in the show, and I sent it to EJ, and I said, I mean, are you from another planet? Because I can't understand how you're making beats on a PSP. Now I know that there's some DAW software things that go on in the video game world, but I'm not a big video gamer, and I never owned a PSP. I know Korg has like a few things on the Switch.
Gadget, yeah.
But what in the world are you doing with that PSP, man? Like, and if you don't want to share, I understand, but like I just need to know.
The crazy thing is,
how the hell did that happen?
It got like a sound editor that's similar. You familiar with the new MPC? The new MPC Live?
Yeah, I do not own one, but I attempted to own one, and I got very frustrated because I'm a machine user and I just didn't want to learn the workflow, so I returned it. But yes, I'm familiar.
In the sample editor section of the MPC, it has like a process section, and you can insert silence on the way you can see the transient, and you can insert silence on the MPC. But the PSP, it has a sound editor. You can do that same thing. So I just insert silence in front of my sound. So if I have a one-shot hi-hat, I'll insert silence and then adjust the start point. So that's how I'll get the swing on shit. If I want to push stuff back, I'll do that for my ghost kicks too. Because normally your ghost kicks is not early.
We're getting a master class right now.
Oh, man.
That's right. Say that one more time. You said you do it for your ghost kicks?
Yeah, because when you do your ghost kicks, they normally not on the grid. They normally push behind. So I just, I have like different ghost kicks with different air settings in front of them. And then I just adjust it accordingly. And then I get the swing like that. And then
the sound editor on the PSP it's an app, or is it like built into the shit?
It's a Timberland game.
Oh, like the Timberland, like the.
Oops.
Let me see.
I can't. Yeah, you can't
I forgot.
Really see it. Oh, I see the PSP.
There we go.
Beaterator.
Yeah, UMD.
Okay. That's a little suspect name.
Yeah,
but I get it.
Yeah. I would have. It's crazy. The rollout. It has Ski Beats on it. Pete Rock.
Oh, yeah. Shouts to Ski
All
Beats.
of them was.
Yeah. Of course, Ski Beats. Ski Beats is another guy. The little gadgets too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ski loves his gadgets.
Nah, we chop it up all the time, just trading.
Yeah.
Gems and shit.
He's over here turning the PSP and watch. He's gonna pull up some heat.
Oh no, I was just try to show you the screen where it,
Oh. Okay.
But it's basically it's like an MPC with the sound editor.
That's crazy.
No way.
Dibia, you know what? I lied to you a little bit because when I first started making music, you know what it was? It was MTV
Music Generator. Yep.
Yes, there you go.
I had that too, but I didn't understand it at the time. I was too much on the hardware at that time, and I wasn't.
Right. Yeah, you were way into it at that point, you know what I mean? Because that was like 97, I guess. Yeah, that was like 97, 98, I guess, when it came out.
I just didn't like step sequence at the time because
that's exactly what it was.
Like I didn't know how to finesse the swing on a step sequencer.
Oh, I had no fucking clue what swing was. My shit sounded like robots.
I just knew it had to have the option to turn the quantize on or off, or I didn't like it. But
right.
it's like I'll take the sounds out the drum machine if I couldn't, sample it into the MP and then get rid of it. But I remember I had my homie's TR-808. I should have kept that shit, man.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They have like miniature versions of the 808 now, don't they?
Yeah, but nothing like that OG one. That's a museum piece right there.
Of course.
He sold it to somebody at Project Blow for $150, bruh. This is like 2002. He sold it, and I just bought the SP12, man.
Yeah, I have a friend. Shouts to Imperial, Dario Imperial, who is just Wes's homie. He had an 808, and he had it for a long time. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait for this. I'm gonna sell it big time." And I just want to wait for the perfect time. So I'm on the phone with him, man. I was like, "Yo, I mean, come on, bro. I know that 808's just sitting in your crib." Like, so nah, I sold it.
I remember that story.
Damn, I know you got a good price for that joint.
I don't know. I think he sold
it.
Yeah,
but whose machine was it though? Because wasn't Jesse saying it was Jesse's?
It was Jesse's originally, and then I guess, I don't know. Daryl Imperial had it, man, and I was so mad. No, he just recently told me this. React like recently, like last time maybe like 3 months ago.
That's right. I remember that story because Jesse was on the show and he did. That's the machine he did. That's the machine he did the record. What the fucking record? The Super Cat and Biggie record.
Oh shit!
Did he say he did the
Jolly My Baby? No, yeah, it wasn't the 808. Oh,
no, I think it. What did he do that record on?
I don't know. All I know is Imperial. You sold that shit, and you didn't even ask your younger brother, man. Like, I was so tight on that phone, on the receiving end of that phone call, man. I was like, got quiet for a second. I was like, what do you mean?
What do you mean, man?
Yeah, man.
Nah,
So DB, real quick, like you're the guy who squeezed out every ounce of that 404, right? With the delays, all of that stuff. Talk about how you started manipulating that thing. Because but first of all, here's the funny thing. Somebody said something. Who said that? I think it was Apollo Brown, not Apollo.
I think I saw that episode actually.
Yeah, Apollo was saying that sometimes when people misuse it.
I think he talking about the glitch effects. I recently tweeted about that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I said I went to.
And then Eddie said, "Yo, don't be talking about no motherfucking 4/4 gang because they'll come after you."
It's funny. My tweet was I had to go to DJ Effects Looper Anonymous because I was overdoing it when I first got it, and then I had to let the beat breathe, man. I had to let it breathe, man. So I use it in moderations now. But
okay.
But
my question was, so you squeezed out and you mastered that thing. Like, my point is, like, are there some cringe-worthy times where you see somebody performing on it and just like completely like just misusing it, man? Like, does it drive you crazy?
It's not really misusing it. It's just overdoing it. I would say it's like you don't gotta overdo it. You just It's like it's like you gotta use it like icing on a cake, man. Just certain. It's good for transitions. So, like a lot of times when I make beats, sometimes it's like the transitions is every 4 bars or 8 bars, some kind of, I have like a vocal drop or something giving me a reference where I might do a transition at. So I might do an effect there. So it's not going to be just randomly like on some off section, and then like it's all calculated now. So it's like,
it drives me absolutely wild.
Yeah, man.
When people misuse it. I mean, it's just way too much, man. Like, what are you trying to prove? Not you, but I'm just saying when people misuse it, like it's
just fun.
I never thought of it.
It's just fun. It was fun to me at first, because
I was just gonna say that.
Because what made me want the full. I remember when I was at a dub lab and No Such Thing, he gave me this effect that did glitch effects, but I didn't really use DAWs at the time. I only had Cubase, and it's like you couldn't put VSTs in the old version of Cubase, and I wasn't even making beats like that in software. And then I started using Reason, and you couldn't put VSTs in there. So when I saw the 404 had that DJ effects looper, I was like, oh shit, this is like that glitch effect. I like, all right. Then I just went overkill. Maybe the first 2, 3 years.
I'm turning my shit on.
Look at he's so happy. He's so I'll tell you, D, he's so happy that you came to the show. Like he was like, word.
Oh man.
Please.
You know what effect I like?
Bruh.
I like. I'm gonna show you what it is. I don't know how to say it because I think it's in Japanese. Hold on.
The
kadama.
I knew you was gonna say that because my tweet, I ended up asking everybody what's their favorite effects on the SP, and people were talking about their favorite effects in that thread. So it's like it's a lot of gems in that thread. So it's like
I gotta follow you on Twitter, man.
So it's like
my Twitter is not it's a non-musical
just don't
Twitter
say nothing.
space.
It's just a personal slick or that army gonna come after your ass.
My Discord is where it's at though, man. My Discord is where the activity is at, man. So
are you on Reddit?
Nah, I don't do that, man. I keep it simple, man.
Yeah.
I keep it. But the Discord, it's like linked up. I do my sample challenges, and I put the sample in the Discord. Then I have different like rooms for dolls or different gadgets, and people are dropping gems and the different rooms.
It'd be cool if this thing had a little speaker.
Oh,
you listening, Roland?
Ooh. Yeah, I never thought about that.
A little fucking speaker on this thing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like the MP.
Yeah.
Right?
You got the direct plug, Dibia. I mean,
nah. Yeah, man.
Look at the modest laugh, man.
Put in the suggestion box.
He's on the phone. He has a phone call with Roland after this interview, pal.
Just to extend the bottom, just a little bit.
Man.
That would be fire.
That'd be a whole new, a whole new rollout, man. They had to make a whole new 404 for that.
Hey, listen, man. I see people. I see a lot of people treating their 404s like they're pets for real. For real, like taking care of the shit, like crazy and everything. Like,
see, I don't even know. I don't know what the fuck I just did.
Have you had any near death? Have you had to rescue any of your 404s? Like,
you might have to rescue me. I think I just deleted a pattern from something that I had. Can I undo that, bitch?
Oh man!
Look at he's totally we're not gonna be using DB.
It's not in the void.
We're not using it.
I'm playing. I'm just joking. Go ahead.
It's not in the void. That pattern you deleted. No, I never had nothing crazy with the 404, man. No crazy.
How many do you own? Like, do you own like do you have a few of the same ones or just like backups?
Hey, I know you got a J-Rock one laying around too somewhere.
I got the Soundstro one, but I put my own custom skin on it though.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I might have.
This is so cool, man. By the way, like we're really on with the man. Like there's so many people who are just fiending for information, like React. You know what I'm saying about the four. About the
Oh man,
but
No, because like I get stumped every time I sit in front of the fucking thing. But
is that still
In
your
due- in
go-to,
due time.
or what is your go-to really? Like, I mean, is it your go-to? I know you're known for it,
man, nah, it's shit. Everything my go-to, man, low key.
but okay.
Like I've been on the live lately, but I've been using the lo-fi 12 a lot. I just be using different combinations.
the Sonicware joint, right?
Yeah, but I was using the OG one.
Yeah.
So I like how the drums sound in it. I like the swing in it, and it got like a good dirty sound. And then I'll do my sample chops and something else, and then run both of them into a mixer, so I can have control. So my drums is on here, and then I treat like another sampler, like my S900. So I just kind of have it like the old method. Do your drums in the SP12. MIDI it to the S950.
Yeah.
I'll treat the OP1 like the S950, and this be the SP12, and it's going into a separate channel in a mixer, and then I'll bounce that out. But I just try different combinations, man. So it's
So I get with that. With that being said, though, because I'm really interested to know that your approach to music, like what is the goal? Like, you have a ton of machines, so on a daily basis, is it? It's not confusing, but is it tiring that you have so much equipment, and then at the end of the day, you're really just trying to make a song? You know what I'm saying? Like, a choice a day or whatever. Like, today I'm going to use this, or you got all these machines and gadgets around you. Like, talk about that.
So I do a lot of demo stuff, and I beta test. So that's how I get certain stuff. And then then I teach classes too. So production classes.
Okay.
Like I'm like a guest instructor at Berkeley. So my partner, she teaches a class called Sample Mode, and they build MIDI controllers, and she's teaching them Serato Studio, and I help out with that. So I don't know.
That's a really dope name. We should have like a spin-off show called Sample Mode. That's really dope. It's really dope. Sample Mode.
Yeah,
but man, like I just think that, like, when you approach your day, like, what do you have? Do you have a machine in mind that you're using? Because you have a lot of them.
I just wake up and I want to try this combination, dog. I want to try this combo today. Let me see if I can figure this combo out. Will these two separate machines work together? All right. And then I'll make something, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like this workflow. And then I'll be on that make like
batch.
Yeah, batch with that, and then have that. Then I'll go to the MPC. I tried to MIDI the MPC to the OP1 one time. That was I was syncing it to, because the OP1 is kind of like a 4-track. It's like a digital 4-track. So I'm treating it like how I would, run shit into my Tascam. But you can set your loop points on this instead. So
what are you recording into?
Shit, man.
He just told you, man.
Sometimes I record it to this shit. It has like a USB flash drive, and I'll do my mixing.
That's what I meant. React. What are you talking about, React?
Yeah, he just said that sometimes he'll use the OP1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes he'll use that shit.
And then sometimes I'll track out stuff with the MPC. Like, you can save it as a Ableton project, and then I'll just track it out.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Then I'll do.
That's the one thing I can't fucking stand about Machine. But
you got Machine?
Yeah,
I do.
we're Team Machine over here, bro.
I use Machine too. I use the Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like Machine.
He just flexed on us.
I
too,
like Machine a lot, actually.
I use the most.
I like Machine. I like Machine.
Like what?
They got to get their shit together, though. I'm sorry.
They are. You didn't see Native Instruments responding to me on Instagram?
Oh, what?
I take it back.
Yeah.
Man,
Sorry, it's Native
but they
Instruments.
got certain stuff though. Like I feel like this new MPC software took some things from Machine, like with the mixer. Like you got
really?
Machine's clip mode, the clip mode. That's kind of like this arranger.
The Akai Force had like some sort of like clip mode.
Yeah, but on Machine, the clip, when you convert the patterns into clips, and then you're not dedicated to that scene, you can just. So that's kind of like the arranger on the MPC. Machine Ben had that.
Yeah,
so it's like
that's very true.
And then with Machine Plus, you can plug the 404 into the Machine Plus and use the 404 as an interface, and then you can streamline your effects to whatever beats you made on the machine, and you can sample it directly.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that, but I definitely run my
you run the machine to the 404.
My 404. Yeah.
No, but this not going from the output of the SP into the machine. The USB-C of the SP is going to the USB port of the Machine Plus. So when you sample, when you're on your sampling page, you can sample internally or externally. So if I have a drum pattern that I made on Machine and I want to put some compression on, I could sample that drum loop, just set it to like 4 bars auto recording with that SP compression on, and sample it to an empty pad without unplugging nothing. But the MPC doesn't let you do that though.
That's kind of how I had my shit set up for a little bit, sort of. Remember back, it was like a month ago, I called you, Eddie, and I was like, yo, I figured out this new way to like sample into the machine.
Yeah,
I stumbled upon it. I had my 404 I had my 404 running to my Apollo, and then I just had my machine hooked up as, just via USB.
Yeah.
And when I went to go sample in machine, I don't know, I think I had it set up as externally or whatever, so it was sampling.
Yeah.
It was sampling the inputs of the Apollo, but since I was sampling, a record that I had from, I don't know, whatever tracklib or where, in my folders, I was able to
process it,
turn process it through the 404 before sampling it into the machine.
Exactly. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah.
And then if you want to, process the full beat and do your effects, or the full machine beat with the effect, you could sample that to the whole beat to a blank pad and do your effects, whether you want to put the effects looper or you want to put like your compression, double compression on, cassette sim, all of that, and sample that to one pad, and then that's the pad that you export as your final project instead of exporting, from the actual beat on machine. You just export that one pad with the processing.
Yo, you are a real scientist, man. What the hell is going on here right now, man? My mind is, this is like, this is a master class right here.
We got Beaker in the house.
Word up with the fire.
That's
real.
Funny, man.
Oh, look what I created.
Oh, man. Dexter's Lab.
Speaking of which, man, let's talk. Let's listen to a little music, man.
We'll play a joint. I know towards the end, but we'll play a joint. And these are blind listens because I never heard these before, so that's what I like. I like playing these shits.
Oh yeah, I was playing this today. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, this is fucking cold, fam.
This the Odie, man.
Hey, so DB, you have I mean, with all those machines, man, I have to get back to. Do you have like a spiritual connection to them? Do you talk to them?
I don't talk to them, but I got certain. Nah, they don't really got names, but some of them I just can't get rid of, even if they broken, man. They just like my 2000. I was like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I went to Guitar Center. My grandmother started the credit. It's like 97, man, and I was paying on that thing forever because the interest rate was crazy, not knowing.
Yeah.
But I only got the MP because I was going to different studios and they had the MPC, but they had it MIDI to a keyboard, and it was like doing the synthesized beats, and I'm like, I'm trying to, rhyme over some grimy, jazzy type shit.
Yeah.
So both the studios told me the MPC couldn't sample for the longest. So for 2 years, I didn't know the MPC could sample or chop up samples. So when I went to this one other studio, it's this DJ, he had like a bunch of records in his garage, and he had the MPC with the turntable set up, and he was chopping the record. I was like, oh my God, these motherfuckers lied to me for 2 years. And I was like, yo, this the shit Primo was using. This the shit.
You felt cheated, man. Right?
Because there wasn't no video showing what, you just had the catalog, whatever was in the Source magazine.
Yeah.
And the shit say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 for SP1200 or MP, and then the cheap drum machines with the Zoom joints in the catalogs.
Yeah.
It was like, bruh, but you never seen it in action unless you went in a real studio with them cats, and you wouldn't know.
Let's see if you and Eddie agree on something real quick. What is the worst, and not to throw Akai under the bus because we love you, Akai. In your opinion, your humble opinion, what was the worst MPC ever created?
The worst one?
Yeah, I know your answer. Do you?
Do you really? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you do.
What's the worst NPC ever? I haven't used every NPC, so I can't say.
Okay. I just assumed you did.
I used 3,000. I used the 60 once with Eloquent in Canada.
Shouts to Eloquent, yeah.
I used it out there. That shit was cool. It just didn't have no effects on it. But I like the pitching. Right. The pitch on it sounds really crazy from what I remember.
Shouts to Roger Lynn, man.
Yeah.
Could do no wrong.
The 2000, you can't go wrong with that. But the 2000 like the track mutes, like the XL. But if you got the 8 outs, it don't matter. If you got the 8 outs, you could do that shit. But I was sleeping on 8 outs for the longest. I didn't get 8 outs till
I saved my lunch
15
money for
years down the line.
Outs.
Yeah,
I was just doing left and right channel, not knowing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you get the magic from the 8 outs.
Yeah, I mean it's funny, man, because I've gone. I swore by 8 outs.
It's the 3,000.
Yeah, I had the I had the 60. I had the 60, 62. Well, and even my SP1200.
Yeah.
I had the 8. I swore by it, but it's funny now because now I just I could care less about 8 outs.
2-track the joint.
Absolutely keep it moving.
Yeah. Because you can also
Eddie
process it when you sample it.
React.
No, I was gonna say Eddie mixes everything in machine.
I do.
And then 2 tracks everything directly into he presses record in Serato.
I do.
And that's how he 2 tracks everything. And then he sequences the shit live too. I think.
I do. You know why? Because at the end of the day, if somebody's choosing that beat, and that's all a part of the process too. Yeah, you know what? Right now, you're getting a 2-track beat. Like,
yeah, no, that's real.
And some of my 2 tracks, actually, most of my 2 tracks are ready to go. Like, other than that, man, I remember I used to be like, oh, well, you get studio time and going to. I don't know. You're getting a 2-track beat.
Yeah. Cut the check.
I remember trying to track the shit, lining up shit, and then the shit didn't sound the same. I'm like, man, I don't like this shit.
Drive you crazy?
Yeah.
That would drive me crazy every single time. I would have like, but I thanks to my guy Steve Cap from Studio A, man, Detroit, with a great Jay Dillon, and a lot of people came through that studio. He made everything right for me. Like, I swear by him, man, because I used to hate that. I had a few engineers, man, that would just completely botch my shit, man.
Yeah,
like,
bruh.
And I don't miss those days.
Why is that?
They just don't understand the science. They go by the book, shit they learned at school, and they don't want to break the rules. They're like, it gotta be this. And then
I remember I fought with an old man at one point in time, man. And then I just tell him, well, who was paying who, man? Like, I want to be in the red. Understand?
Yeah.
It's like, man, just pushing the boundaries, man. So before we go to, like, is there any things that you're working on in terms, are you creating, is there going to be a Dibia version of the 404?
Man,
like, I know you're creating.
I wish, dog. Hopefully, I have a drum machine.
Do you have a direct connection with the good people at Roland? Because we love them too.
Yeah, I talked to the developer that
do they call you like, yo, we're sending you something?
So some of the features in the 404 was my recommendation. So like the crossfader on the DJ mode, that was me. The nudging on the step sequencer, that was me.
See that, people? You see what we're getting right now?
So it was like direct email to the developer instead of
that's crazy.
But I met up with him in Japan now in person, so he was hella cool. But
man,
that's cool.
But yeah.
Do they have hella advertising money? Because if they do, you give them my email address.
Man,
we'll work something out.
Bruh.
We'll work something out.
Man,
this is sponsored by Roland SP404.
Oh, you don't have a 404 named after you, but you do have a Serato Studio drum kit named after you. I saw. That people go and download if you're a Serato Studio faithful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I use Serato a lot. Like I was doing Serato Kitchen, the DB Diner for a while.
Shouts to OP.
Yeah.
Shouts
Cut
to
Corners.
The homie OP.
Sonny James.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, man.
So any projects with any artists coming out?
Well, I've been working with Raz Fresco a lot out of Toronto. So we dropped an album called Secret Wars. That's on vinyl now. And the beginning of this year, we dropped an album called Knockout, where I used the KO, the KO drum machine for Teenage Engineer.
The whole album?
Yeah, we made it like in a week, man. And it was like I just got it.
We'll just splice in a joint from that React.
Oh man, but we had dropped that like the beginning of the year, but that's gonna drop on vinyl pretty soon. So and then I'm gonna link up with him in Toronto like next month, because I'll be out there for a week. So we'll probably knock out another project. And then I'm working on a beat tape as well, putting the finishing touches on it. And the beat tape is going to come with a little miniature drum pack as well.
Oh, that's dope.
So I processed the drums through the SP, and it's cool, man. So
That's dope. Where are you releasing that? Bandcamp?
shit, I might do it for my website, man. Just strictly from the website for the first few
you got
months.
The traffic to do. You got the traffic to do that. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's it, man. So people buy the album, they get the drum pack.
Yeah. And other than that, I just been building up the YouTube channel. Like I've been doing that consistently, like 4 months now. So I've been doing sample challenges on there. It's in my Discord as well, and I'll stream every Thursday on the YouTube channel, because I used to hop on Instagram live doing like cook-ups on IG Live, but I just been doing it on
Yeah.
I'm sorry, IG, but they
the dead live system is terrible. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Atrocious.
It was cool. It was an easy setup, but they were like, you need to do it on YouTube, what people were saying, or Twitch. So I just been trying to be consistent with that, with the YouTube, like every week, and then
that's what's up, man. Yeah, we'll put everything in the show notes too, so people could go check it out every Thursday.
Then I just do like some consulting on the side, so that's on the website too. So people be booking sessions, and I teach them, like they have one-on-one sessions to learn whatever machine, whether it's the 404, MP, Ableton machine. So they'll book like a 1 hour session or 3 1 hour sessions, a 30-minute session. So I just be doing that during the week. And it don't even got to be just beats. It's like whether they want to, prep their beat sets or picking out beats for a beat battle. They need like some other perspective to going into a beat battle. So it's just
that's great, man. Giving back to people who need it.
Yeah, I guess in closing, DB, any advice for any young producers coming up to walk away with?
Oh man, shit, don't be afraid of learning curves. You know what I'm saying? Embrace the learning curve. That used to intimidate me back in the day.
Yeah, don't be like me. I returned 2 MPCs in a matter of 12 months.
Yeah, I did it. Shit,
you seem very patient. Like you have to be. I mean,
it wasn't always that way though. I couldn't even upload songs on MySpace back in the day. So it's like I was that bad. And then it's like if anything with software, I was not savvy with it at all. Nah.
Right.
So it's like after I learned one thing, it was like it started making sense. But I was definitely intimidated, and that I think that was preventing me. So I just encourage people who don't be intimidated by the learning curve, because
I'm glad you said that, because I mean, man, I shouldn't even said younger producers. I mean, all producers.
Yeah,
I meant to say, but I mean, you just gave me a. I mean, you just
put a light bulb in Eddie's head.
You sure did.
Because Eddie always talks about how I got no fucking time. I got no time to learn. I got no time for a learning curve.
I'm glad you said that, because I usually I feel that way sometimes. Like, if you got
you already understand it though. You already understand the language. Yeah. It's not like you starting from scratch. Like if a cat is younger with no kind of experience at all, that's going to really be intimidating for them, because they never touched no drum pads or MPCs or nothing. So it's like you already got the language. So it's like once you understand just navigating through stuff, this is here. Every drum machine pretty much has a shift button. You hold that shift button in combination with something.
Right.
To open.
You know what I just figured out?
What's that, bro?
Speaking of not really learning curve, but just like you learn something new every day type shit.
Yeah.
I just figured out that you could octave up
Mm-hmm.
your like in Ableton
Oh.
with the shortcut on like the keyboard shortcut.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, man.
I kept manually going into the menu and doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you.
Keyboard shortcuts is like one of those things that I don't take the time to really learn.
They be having those little stickers for your keyboard or like the covers with the Ableton shortcuts or whatever different software. They have one for Logic, all of that. I remember getting one at NAMM years ago, but yeah, you know, just sit and learn shortcuts.
Yeah. I think that's great advice. I have one more question now. For I'm sorry, React. I do have a question before we close. Since you have so much music, for any new listener, what's a great place to start with Dibia?
I'll probably say the Baker's Dozen album on Gut Beats. That was that producer series. Bonus Levels, if you're into video game stuff, that's a good one to start with. And then, if you like some good rap shit, that Secret Wars album with Raz Fresco is a good one.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of grimy beats.
No doubt.
So it's.
Do you hate the moniker? Do you hate the name lo-fi? Does it drive you crazy? Like,
nah, it don't. It's like I was here before lo-fi.
Yeah.
It's like I was doing the dusty thing with the Walkman by default, trying to get rid of the dust. So it's but at the core, I know it's all hip hop. So
facts.
But I was in the SP forums. Like there was a forum back in the day called SP Forum, and they used to share a lot of tips in there, and they would have different challenges, and you had to only use the 404. You had to use the internal mic on the 404 to make your drums sometimes. So they have different challenges, and then it's like I would enter those and just get my SP chops up.
Dope.
And then whoever wins would pick the sample, and then they have a poll. But yeah, it was like a little secret thing. But they have like the different discussions for finding out tips and tricks on the 202, 303, 404. So I would just reading that shit all the time. And
man, true student.
Yes,
student.
man.
Always.
Man, thank you so much, Dibia, man. I mean, this has been great. Masterclass.
Oh man, thank you. Thank you.
We're looking forward to all things, man. You building your own machine. I know you are right now. You can't say right now.
Nah. No.
He's gonna go solder right now as soon as we get off there.
I'm soldering some
the
shit.
Soldering gun is it's heating up right now. Look, he's reaching for it. He's like, oh yeah, got my soldering gun.
Got old little tape decks. Just be finding random shit.
Oh man, this is
I
great,
try to combine the old with the new, man. And just
man. Well, I tell you, man, you just keep inspiring, man. We thank you so much for coming out to the Chop Shop, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Dibia.
Yo, we won with this shit. Ain't no rules. It's that real shit.